More than 1 million tons of provisions have been shipped from Ukrainian ports as of August 28. This is reported by the Ministry of Defense of Turkey. President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, says that ships have been exported to 15 countries of the world and another 70 applications are waiting to be processed. Experts consider the resumption of exports as a result of a well-coordinated work of the Ukrainian military and diplomats.
First of all, it is a victory of the armed forces of Ukraine, because after active attacks in the Black Sea, when the cruiser Moscow was sunk, our Snake Island was liberated. In fact, it made possible to have a military advantage, and because of this military advantage, to enter the negotiation process. Our diplomatic mission, which was represented there by officials of the Cabinet of Ministers, the main Directorate of Intelligence, other military personnel, worked very professionally.
The goal of the Ukrainian government is to reach an export level of 3 million tons per month, because Ukrainian grain, in fact, feeds entire continents.
There are about 400 million people who are really waiting for Ukrainian production. When the first ships started selling out, the market reacted immediately. The prices, which had been very high for the past year and dropped after the start of the war in Ukraine, have gradually begun to fall. Thus, food has become more affordable, including poor countries in North Africa and the Middle East.
It is also important for Ukraine to resume the export of grain. The state budget suffers, in addition to direct losses from the war, such as burnt fields, equipment damaged by shelling or stolen by the Russian military, and the stopping of production in the occupied territories. So it receives less tax revenue from the agricultural sector.
There is such a loss in time. That is, we can still export what we have not exported on time, and we will continue to export it. But it's clear that Ukraine loses income because of it. Now, if all ports start working in that mode in which they should, these 3 ports, we will receive at least 800 million or $1 billion of incomes per month. It's not Ukraine, it's Ukrainian agro companies, it's their earnings. Ukraine as a state benefits from taxes. It benefits from the fact that it contributes to the strengthening of the hryvnia. In a normal situation, this volume could be 1.5 or 2 times more, if all the ports work.
In addition, the resumption of exports influences the exchange rate of the dollar in Ukraine. The more products are sold abroad, the stronger will be the hryvnia.
The problem now is that exports have significantly reduced, imports are resuming, exports have greatly fallen and are still limited by the closed ports. Therefore, it negatively affects the exchange rate of the hryvnia, because the difference between exports and imports in favor of imports influences on the national currency. We will not be able to reach the pre-war level. Even increased supply capacity across the western border, across the rivers, will not compensate for the losses we suffered because of the under-operation of the ports.
Direct losses of Ukrainian agricultural sector due to Russia's full-scale invasion amounted to $4.3 billion as for June. Indirect, more than $23 billion. These figures are given by the Ministry of Agrarian Policy and Food of Ukraine. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Larissa Zubenko, UATV News.